Welcome to Staying Motivated During Crisis. At the end of this microlearning, participants will be able to describe how the human brain influences procrastination loops, identify how sustained crisis affects motivation, apply strategies for influencing motivation during sustained crisis. When feeling stressed or anxious, it's normal for procrastination to expand. Sometimes it feels like the dreaded procrastination creeps up on you out of nowhere. You might find yourself falling down a rabbit hole of viewing TED Talks, organizing cabinets and closets, or even deep cleaning your home. No matter how many motivation apps you download or books you read, procrastination persists. That's because procrastination isn't about laziness, character flaws, or time management. It's about self-awareness and emotional management. Let me explain. Studies have found that procrastination is about being more focused on the immediate urgency of managing negative moods than getting on with the task at hand. When faced with a task that makes you feel anxious or insecure, the amygdala, the emotional center of the brain, perceives that task as a genuine threat. Even if you're able to recognize that putting off the task will create more stress in the future, your brain is still wired to be more concerned with avoiding the immediate threat. Productivity systems and motivation apps rarely take emotions into account. Feelings are a fundamental and unavoidable part of why you do what you do. In a battle between rational reasons why to do something and an emotional drive not to do it, the emotional drive usually wins. A metaphor first described by Buddha equates this internal battle between rationality and emotions to an elephant and its rider. The rider can direct the elephant to move in a particular direction or complete a task when the elephant doesn't have an opposing desire. When the elephant really wants something else, the rider will be no match for the elephant's opposing desire. The reptilian brain, or limbic system, is like the elephant, less complex, subject to immediate desires, and responsible for your emotional state. The rational brain, or prefrontal cortex, is like the rider, responsible for regulating your social interactions, managing your decisions, and other executive functions. When your emotions are calm, you, the rider, can steer the elephant. But when you're overwhelmed, anxious, or stressed out, the elephant can exert its strength, pulling you into the rabbit hole of procrastination. In times of sustained crisis, stress levels are at an all-time high, making management of stress-inducing tasks even more difficult. Prolonged periods of burnout and stress increase the likelihood of procrastination. During times of sustained crisis, it's essential to acknowledge the emotion behind our behaviors and strategically use our rider to avoid procrastination. So how can you improve your odds at staying motivated in these unprecedented times? First, focus on keeping your elephant calm and in control. If a thirsty elephant can't see the water, it won't go running into it. Organize your environment to avoid distractions and increase your ability to steer the elephant in your desired direction. If you want to avoid falling into a tech distraction loop, try turning off unnecessary notifications from your phone or set your phone to silent mode. If you want to eat healthier while working from home, avoid your favorite junk food items on your next grocery run. Next, take good care of the rider. Notice what time of day you are most productive and tackle your challenging tasks during that time. If you need to, block out your calendar to reserve this time for work that requires your full attention. Next, train the elephant. Find a better reward. Our brains are always looking for rewards. If we have a habit loop around procrastination that temporarily reduces our stress, our brain will follow that loop over and over until we give it something better to do. So find a better reward. Start with something small and build momentum and a sense of accomplishment. For example, If your goal is healthy eating and your go-to stress reducer is an unhealthy snack, focus on rewarding yourself with something that's satisfying and healthy. Finally, be prepared. Create a plan. Break your more complex tasks down into achievable steps. Share your plan to generate accountability and gain support. Take time to celebrate when you complete a step in your plan. For example, if one of your steps is to create a project tracking document, celebrate with a special cup of tea or coffee, take a walk, or dance to the Rocky theme song when the tracking document is created. Track your progress along the way to remind yourself that you're moving forward. And remember, setbacks are normal and part of any project. You're only human, and it's normal to make mistakes, particularly during times of heightened stress and anxiety. You can use your mistakes as an opportunity to practice self-compassion. In times of sustained crisis, when your energy is being pulled in many different directions, from work to personal struggles, knowing what to focus on at any given moment can feel like a Herculean task. When you're feeling overwhelmed by your to-do list and don't know where to start, begin by identifying what is in your control and what is out of your control. Prioritize the things that are in your control and focus on tackling them one at a time. Think about your goals, what you really want to accomplish, and why. Connecting each task to one of your meaningful goals will help you to focus and prioritize your tasks. Procrastination and lack of motivation can be symptoms of a larger issue, being burned out. If you are also experiencing exhaustion, finding little joy in your work, or engaging in escapist behaviors, you'll need to address the more significant issue of burnout. To do so, prioritize your self-care, shift your perspective to focus on positive thoughts, and take time away from work. Procrastination in times of sustained crisis is normal and can be managed through the tips and tools provided in this microlearning. Practice keeping the elephant calm, training the elephant, and taking care of the rider. And remember, we're all doing the best we can. Thank you.